Hope you're all doing wonderful. So today I'm going to talk about sequencing in solos. So we're just going to jump right into it. I'm going to be down and tuned to E flat, and the scale we're using is the F sharp Mixolydian scale, as it looks. And the sequence I'm going to be using is actually a set of, I guess you could think of it as cascading or descending fives or tens. It's going to be like this. Try one more time. You're going to see it's going to create this kind of textural thing when I try and attempt to do this with one of my songs here. So I'll play it and then I'll come back and play with it, because this is a tough lick to hit, but you'll get the idea of what happens here. So why sequencing is effective in music, it just creates an awesome texture, and then you can get like a lot of mileage into some good ideas and motives and stuff. So just a sequence is like taking an idea and just repeating it at different levels. So you can think about like a one to do is like the pentatonic five, kind of the air drums, or even sixes, kind of. That kind of thing. So it's just a sequence, and it's going down, and you can do these. You can do all kinds of different things. Add string skipping and do threes. And those are my favorite. So you can do all kinds of neat things with it. So again, getting back into this song just to show you that texture. Really forget it's going to be. And you're going to see me kind of come up and do something similar on the upside, and that's actually going to be in this regular E major. All right, and then I might continue on after that. Of course, the solo goes on, but I want you all to hear this texture thing here. All right. I'll try it with the song here. But you can get the overall idea of it. I mean, it's worth it. It took me a while to put that together, and then it took me a while to actually get into music. And then, so yeah, is it worth it? Yeah, putting it together. It's hard to hit. I would do it live. I'm doing it live on this recording. I don't want to do any kind of like recording magic or anything like that. Or I know lots of YouTubers will go through and do cut after cut after cut and just slam together. Whatever. I'm doing all this stuff live. I don't care anymore. So yeah, that's the butt of it. One more time. Let me see if I can hit it from the solo going in before it. It's hard to get into. So that's a cool song, but yeah, the overall idea is just how to get miles out of good riffs and things like that. So sequences, you could do it with motives, you can do it with melodies and stuff like that. But it's fun to do with just these kind of fast riffs like that. But I don't know, I'll have to practice this one a little bit. It's a rough one. Try that one more time. All right, here we go. If you want to know what those other licks are, quickly, kind of a pentatonic process thing. And then this kind of non-dominant arpeggio. Harmonize. And then into this arpeggio. Anyway, so yeah, it's a good idea to do sequencing. All right, so that's two things we've talked about this week, where you just develop variations. All right, and what I mean by that is you have a variation, but you're just developing the idea. It's not a variation for just the sake of being a variation. All right, there's an actual direction with it, and there's an intention and sort of purpose behind it. And yeah, you can come up with that stuff on the fly. A lot of people do it like unintentionally because our brains want that sort of equilibrium to make ideas work like that and comprehensible. But putting these things together. So again, think about this. Sequencing isn't necessarily based on how much you know in scales, how fast you can play, and your technical ability. It's just it's an idea. It's a concept. Okay, it's the same thing with developing a variation. It's a concept, and that's what makes, I think, solos good. That's what makes people who are improvising good. Their brains tend to do these things naturally because they've listened to a lot of people who are really good at doing these kinds of things. So I hope that helps. Tomorrow or whenever I do this again, we'll talk a little bit more about speed picking, why speed picking, how speed picking, should you speed pick, and all of this stuff, and when is it really necessary and when is it appropriate, and what is shredding and all of that. How does it fit into this idea of writing an effective guitar solo? Is it necessary and all of that? So of course it's not necessary, but I do kind of want to get into the technique because it seems to be something that people are interested in. And I think that there's definitely a kind of a sort of multifaceted approach to this. What's his name? Chris Brooks is probably the most open and honest and awesome person about this outside of all that cracking the code guy. But I never really got into that. It's just stuff I've developed on my own. And if you're wondering what pack I'm using, it's a Jazz 3. Where are we at here? It's simple Jazz 3 XL, the old tech. So nothing special, just playing a regular CR6. It's not the big fancy Schecter with the multi-scale and all that. And so, and then I am going through using Kettner. This is my Grandmeister Deluxe 40. But sequences, yeah, this is a good one. And this is off of this lick here, in case you're still watching. It's rough, but this is based off the pentatonic mix, what I call mix and lick. I'm not really going to get into all this stuff. I don't really, people don't care enough to learn this stuff. But you can find these scales and how they work with the pentatonic box patterns and all that other stuff, and then mixing it with the threes. But yeah, fives, sevens, odd numbers work really well for sequences for some reason. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Well, I guess that's a 12. Technically, this is a 5. That's a 10, and then we add the 2. All right, so it's a bunch of triplets. I just think of it just because I'm doing 5, 5 plus 2. I didn't even really think about that before. I mean, I'm not actually doing 5-lets, so to speak. So that's interesting. Always excellent teacher, every party fun and practice every day. That's how you get good.